Let's spend a few minutes on the TaskBullet bucket system. We've been doing this remote employee thing for 10 years, and this bucket system can save you so much money on your employee cost. Look, there's other remote employee companies out there, VA companies. We started off basically like everybody else, right? We were saying, let's do a contract where you say, I'm gonna 4 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 2 hours a day, whatever the schedule is, it's figured out. Your employee will show up and do your work, and it's a set schedule, and it bills every month, every week, depending on how you set up the billing. And it's like a normal employee. Whoever's going to work there, they're just like a normal employee, right? They show up to work, they clock in at 8, and they do whatever task you give them. And sometimes, that's like waiting for the phone to ring, which is reasonable. Like, even if they don't have anything to do, they kind of have to wait for the phone to ring from 8 to 5, right? And if that's the job, then it is what it is. And we have plenty of people that use the bucket system and TaskBullet for that. We can do that. We can do set schedules just like everybody else. And that's okay, because there are some jobs that require that, but not all jobs require that. As people are learning, as they've gone home from work, if you look at your business a little bit different, you start to examine and go, wait a minute, maybe I don't need an employee. I need these 4 tasks to be done. So it's not so much I need someone to come in tomorrow at 8 a.m. and do these 4 tasks. I just need the 4 tasks done. And when that's done, you are done. That is the bucket system. How it works is you sign up for some hours. There's some different tiers. You pick which one's best for you. The service is identical, even with the free bucket. All the same. The only difference is you pay less as you commit to more hours. That's it, because we can, basically spread the cost of running the company and keep that employee for you. You'll come in and you'll buy some hours. Those hours sit there. Now, this is a big deal. Okay, you need to understand the difference between the bucket system and everybody else. I don't care what they're doing. They're not doing this. And if they are doing a version of the bucket system, it's because they copied us, which is fine, whatever. Someone copied us, it's a compliment. But I can tell you a couple things. 1, they don't do it as well as us because they haven't been doing it as long as us. And 2, if you just copied us, then you don't understand the why. You don't understand why I made the bucket system. You don't get it. So you're not going to be able to do it like we can do it. You can copy our pricing, you can try different things, but yeah, they're still not us. Pepsi's awesome, right? But it's not Coke. You'll get some bucket of hours, right? You get the hours and they sit there. This is a key element. Those hours are good for 3 months. You don't buy more hours if you haven't used your hours. So instead of saying, hey, my employee is going to show up at 8 a.m. and leave at 5 p.m. every day. Now, whether you kept them busy or not, you paid them. Now, you should do something funny and look up how many hours people spend actually working at work. You'll be disgusted if you are the boss of your company, and you will find it hilarious if you are an employee. You'll be like, yeah, I do that. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. But anyway, don't do that. That's the old way, right? You'd have a big office, and you got the lights set up, and you got the phones, and you just call people in and say, be here at 8, I'm going to give you some things to do. And if you have funding from some big billionaire, then go for it, man. Like, waste that money or use it inefficiently. Go for it. But if you're a small guy, right? You're a small entrepreneur, you're a startup, bootstrapping this thing, don't waste your money like that. If there's some other service that's out there that says, oh, I can pay something, less per hour, or I can hire my own and do less per hour. Good luck, man. It's still not going to beat the bucket system. It's not, because the difference is you're paying them from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever the shift is, whether they're busy or not. You paid them. With the bucket system, you say, I need these 4 things done. Your VA clocks in. They do those 4 things and they clock out. If it took them 2 hours, guess you got billed for 2 hours. With all the other companies, you got billed for 8. So I don't care what they're charging. It's irrelevant. It's not better than the bucket system. It just isn't. We are by far the most efficient way to run your company. I'm not exaggerating when I say we could charge twice as much and still be a better deal going to any other VA company. If you do go straight and get your own VA with all the stuff that we have going on in the back end, the babysitting, it's no comparison. I know you think you're gaining a couple bucks, but you are jumping over dollars to pick up dimes. Sorry, you are. But even if it was cheaper, which it's not, you're still paying more because you're hiring in the old way. We already have it sorted out. Use the bucket system. You will be blown away. You're not going to be billed monthly. If you don't use your hours, why would you buy more? With all the other companies and any other way you hire a VA or a remote employee, you're buying more hours next week, next month, for the next year.
A lot of them put you in a contract. That's even worse. You're paying for it regardless of what happens. That's crazy. Think about it. Don't pay for services you didn't use. We can do the scheduled stuff if you have it. If it is a job that's like a weekly, or a daily, like you got to answer the phone, you got to answer email. Yeah. Those exist. Those jobs exist. And if that's the case, we can do that. And honestly, if it's something like that, it's pretty sixes with other companies because you're not really utilizing the bucket system. But what a lot of people do is they'll come on board and they'll get that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, how many employees doing that schedule because you've got customer service, whatever. You'll get them in place. It's working. But then what they'll do is, let's say they need a little help with accounting, a little help with marketing, a little help with data entry, whatever it is. Maybe they need some help with the widgets on the website or linking some things to some automation. They didn't have to hire a whole employee 8 hours a day and waste all the money. They just go to us and say, hey, I just need someone to do this little thing. The VA comes in, they work for 2 hours on it, and they're out. And that's it. That was the whole relationship. You didn't have to go find that employee. We already have them, and we just did it for you. It's a big deal. It's a big deal that people don't even understand. I blame myself for this. I don't think we've done enough work explaining how unbelievable the TaskBullet bucket system is. It's that good. We could charge twice as much, and we would still be a better deal than any other VA company out there, including going direct. When you go direct, you got to hire that person and you got to figure out their schedule so they stay interested in you and your job. Now, if you're hiring them, like I said, full-time because you need answering the phone, it's pretty sixes. But if it's like, I'm going to give you 8 hours, I really only have 3 or 4 hours left for you to do, but I'm just going to keep you around because I need you. Well, we could do that. If you want, it's not very efficient. What you're better off doing, coming to TaskBullet, just have them come in for those 2 or 3 hours. They're still yours. They're still dedicated. They're going to be there every day. But the difference is, put the burden on TaskBullet to fill out those other 4 hours that you didn't use. We have other things going on, and we can fill up that schedule so that VA stays with the company. We have PTO. We have metrics that we measure for employees to move up through our tiered system and get paid more per hour. We have healthcare we offer our employees. These are things that keep employees around. These are things that I hope you offer to your employees, but if you can't yet because you're not that size, that's okay. You'll get there. But we are there, and we do offer it. This is an actual career for people. Our employees that have been with us, some of them come and go because they suck. But most of them stay. The ones that stay, they do take advantage of the paid time off. They take advantage of the tier system and move up and get paid more per hour. They take advantage of our healthcare. And when you come in and say, I only need a couple hours or I only need these 2 or 3 things, dude, we fill up the rest of the schedule. They're not leaving. They're going to stick with you. We do the recruiting. We do the training, on-job training, and continue training so they get more skills. We're handling that. That's what we are. If we weren't doing all that, I don't know why we would exist. I know there's a lot of VA companies that don't do that. I don't know what they're offering. I don't know why people go with them. I think their marketing must be good. Anyway, the TaskBullet bucket system is amazing. I know I keep saying it because I really want to drive it home. I'm not exaggerating. We are pretty much the most efficient solution out there. Our prices are very competitive. We are really an unbelievable deal. Look it up. The TaskBullet bucket system will save you money. And hopefully the way we do work, we can get you to think about your business differently so that you can save money on all aspects of your business and grow it more efficiently.